Okay, here we go. Well, I've been doing a bit of research. I got some more felt tips, look. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah. So I've been doodling. But I've also been doing a bit of research because, wow. Whoa. I always get excited, don't I? I'm like a kid. Like a big kid. That's how you want to be. Anyway, I've been looking into astrotheology a little bit more because I've always been interested in the stars, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper, so I started digging because I know the stars are telling me something, and I've read the old Bible and the new Bible. When I say read it, I've not read it all. No, I'd be lying, and I don't do that. I've read large chunks of it, here, there, and everywhere. But the one that really struck me first of all was the Old Testament. Because bearing in mind I'd never read a Bible before, so that was my first foray into reading the Bible, and it scared the shit out of me, to be honest with you. I was reading it, I was thinking, what the fuck? It's quite heavy, you know what I mean? Especially for a newbie. But some of the texts I was reading really sort of like resonated. That's the right word, yeah. Struck a chord. And when you strike a chord, it resonates. I've been a musician, you know what I'm talking about. So, started doing a bit of research, as you do. I had a look at a bit of stuff here and there, but it's boring. It wasn't getting down to what I wanted to know. You know what I'm like. So I ended up going to Einstein. Oh, and I was also researching the Renaissance period. I suggest you all do that. I'm going to leave a brilliant link for you. To what I'm going to talk about now. But the Renaissance period is very interesting because that's what's happening now. All right. Hence, moi. Anyway, what I'm going to tell you about is somebody called Immanuel Velikovsky. Velikovsky. Okay, a brilliant man of his time. It includes data from hundreds of sources throughout the world. And he proves that the Earth has gone through multiple catastrophic events caused by a planetary body. And this is Einstein, what he says. I respectfully disagree only in part with Velikovsky's conclusion. The point about Venus and Mars, what caused the Earth's upheaval. Instead, that's from Einstein, and he was talking about data Replanet 7X, as it was called then, that has a long but narrow elliptical orbit, a long but narrow, and that looks like that signature, you know, the egg-shaped one. I've got some more magnets today, but the egg-shaped one there, I would imagine he's talking about that shape there. So, fuck me, hang on. Oh, I shouldn't have swore then. Yeah, so Einstein. Yeah, he was talking about the celestial mechanics, which alludes to what I was talking about with the angular momentum. If you watch my video, you'll know what I'm on about. The fact that all the planets are stable. Oh, look at this here, look, I thought I'd add it in there. All the planets are stable like that. They always stay there, those stars, say. And Mercury and all the rest of it, that's Sagittarius, by the way. But they can move about the galaxy, but they're stable. But if another planet comes in, it messes with the magnetosphere, and as I shown you on that video, they all spin over. Oh, by the way, you know those three stars that were seen over Bethlehem when Jesus was born? You're looking at them there. That's what I've been told. Make of it what you will. Anyway, yeah, this Russian guy postulates about. He also proposed chronology of the ancient Egypt hieroglyphs, Greece, Israel, and other cultures of the ancient Near East, and the revised chronology aimed at explaining the so-called, in inverted commas, Dark Age of the Eastern Mediterranean around about 11 to 750. And he was a Zionist, in fact. Just to add a little bit further, however, he's a clever guy, obviously, and he's not challenged it, but I think from what I've read, I think Einstein challenged his theory, but then Einstein died. But just getting down to the bottom line of it, it's what I've been saying, right? I'm not going to read it anymore. It's what I've been saying. That, like I said, I will leave the link. I promise you I will. I'm going to read it yourself. But it sounds very familiar to what I've been saying. I'm telling you now. When I was listening to it, I was thinking, hang on a minute. Is this some kind of AI reality generating video? I really did. Honestly. Because I thought, hang on a minute. This sounds like what I've been saying. Not just me. But further on in the video that I'm going to leave in the link, he discusses and he talks about that the moon and the earth will be on a different axis, and everything that I've been saying. It all ties in with the Egyptians and all the rest of it. Rah, rah, rah. I keep saying rah, rah, rah. But interestingly enough, Jupiter and Mars and all these planets that are coming into alignment, and I'm still struck by that song by, I can't remember what it is, but it's called Teardrops of Jupiter, or Drops of Jupiter. And now she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her ear. Rah, rah, rah. And it really, everything is actually written in the stars. And there is a battle going on in the sky right now. And the word coronavirus and the word virus, I did put a video last night, I think, and left a link about critical mass. Now, critical mass, just for the layman's terms, is when something like a song that sticks in your head, you know, it will gain momentum, and then once it reaches critical mass, that means that everybody's got it in their head. It just becomes, it changes, it becomes meaningless and worthless, and critical mass affects every single level, from an atom to a planet this big. I'm not even joking. It was quite a remarkable text. I hope some of you read it, because it really is. Critical mass, wow. Most people would associate it with a nuclear weapon, which is quite rightly to do. But you can also go nuclear on every level. Psychologically, sociology, just so many different levels. But yeah, it'd be easy just for me just to leave the video in the link. But it did come about because I just went to Einstein to find out what's just, you know, to just go down this avenue. It was just incredible. It ties in with what I was saying about the planets flipping over when another one comes in. Do you know what I mean? And the battle in the stars is real. And that is the three kings. We three kings of Orient. That was a scene over the night sky in Jerusalem. And I dare say that the solar flash, which the guy talks about in the video, by the way, which I've been telling you about, the plasma thing, everything's in that video that I've been telling you. The big flash in the sky, the big star that was seen at the time that Jesus was born, boom, And the reason I put that in there is because this biblical event is going to happen when Sagittarius moves into the constellation, and that there is the plotting of the Sagittarius constellation. That's what I drew in there. Yeah, like I say, I could talk for hours about anything you like, but yeah, and I took my video down about the. But if anyone wants to see that video, all you got to do is go to Eric Briggs. That'd be the easiest thing to do, because that's where I got the inspiration from. That it led me down more avenues into all kinds of things. But what you're witnessing right now is what happens in the Renaissance period is that science gets rewritten, everything gets questioned. And the enlightened ones or the illuminated ones become knowledgeable and start questioning the principles of science and physics and astronomy, you know, and rightly so. So, on that note, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. This is turning into, I know what I'm doing here. I won't tell you yet. Anyway, peace out. Welcome to my new subscribers, especially another Punjabi girl I met today. Beautiful girl again. She's from Punjab. She knows who you are. Alright, peace out, guys.